over on the super stock diesel side. So Kent Payne going to be pretty busy. And then on the infield side, then we'll go four-wheel drive pulling and modified four-wheel drives, and then we're going to go with the diesel super stock four-wheel drives on the infield track. Grandstand track is going second class, will be the two-wheel drives, followed by the super semis and the unlimiteds. Okay, folks, correction on that. We are going to start with the modified tractors over on our grandstand track, and then our mini modifieds, and then our open super stock tractors. Then we'll go to our diesel super stocks, which will give Kent Payne some more time to get back from one tractor to the other. And then we'll go to our two-wheel drive trucks, our super semis, and our pro stocks. On the infield track, we are going to start with Super Farm and then four-wheel drive, and then we'll go to our diesel super stock four-wheel drives, and then we'll go to light supers, light mods, and we'll finish it off with pro stocks. You can see on the screen the National Tractor Pulling Championships, brand new Bauer-built sled for this year. They debuted it earlier this season. So that'll be the sled on our infield side. And then on our grandstand track, we have our Case IH Bauer-built sled. Capacity crowd here on both sides. Grandstands are full here in Urbana. In the infield, there's plenty of room for chairs. Folks, if you have not been to the Enderle Pull-Off at the Champaign County Fairgrounds in Urbana, Ohio, highly recommend it.
Yeah, I was trying to get him out of the way.
Hey, Darren. So we're down here, and I'm just walking past the 250 down to the 200.
Fill us in on
this
the
track was taking quite a bit of bite. Some of the guys in the earlier regional classes had picked a pretty tall gear, pretty hero gear, and the guys sort of second-guessed it as they were coming off the track. We didn't get that much input earlier today, but I'm just walking up to the giddy up, and tell me what you're thinking. What are you watching right now from here?
I'm trying to think front end weight, I guess, right now. We got our gear figured out, I think, so just going to wait and see a couple tractors run here.
Copy that. So they're just taking a preview of the track. The first Super Farm's coming up on Kent Payne and checking out. And back up to you, Darren.
All right, your Grand National Champion in a Super Farm division will be our first competitor up on the infield side. The green galvanized stairs checking out machine out of Hoopston, Illinois. Kent Payne, the driver of the Super Rooster and Super Rooster Motorsports, the hired gun here tonight for Ryan Anderson and the team. Kent out of Petersburg, Indiana, will be our test puller. Then over on the other track, pulling to the line, your Grand National Champion, also out of Illinois in the modified division, Bill Leischner and the Dirt Slinger. Little bit of a rough ride there for Kent Payne. Not sure if he will accept that or turn it down and come back. Short turnaround time in a class of 5. We have all 13 Grand National classes here in competition at the Enderle Pull-Off. 327, 460. 327, 460. Gonna drop. Kent Payne is going to drop that hook of 327, 460 on the Super Farm side. $417, 870. 417, 870 for Bill Leichner. I would assume he'll take that. I thought he was coming right into my lap. I'm sitting here at the end of the track on that side, and wow, what a pass for Bill Leichner.
Yeah, you can take a big back.
Up next, Steve Yagi, the Holy Smokes, Rochester, Minnesota, John Deere 8410. Monster pass for Bill Leichner at 417 and 8. And we're going to keep that. We're going to roll with that here at the Enderle Pull-Off. Go big or go home. The wick is turned all the way up here at the final event of the season. Steve Yagi, Kent Payne turned that down to 327 and 4 over on our Super Farm side. So Steve Yagi's going to be the first official hook in this class, and we'll set the mark.
So, Darren, I'm down here with Kevin. Kevin Lindstrom spotted the sled for Yagi. What were you looking for when you spotted the sled here?
Just trying to get a nice smooth pass. I mean, that's the bottom line. Just a nice smooth run.
So you backed him in. What kind of instructions? What you made a small adjustment just before he went after we saw Kent go.
I thought maybe we could just take a shave off the front. We'll see if it works out or not.
So they're setting it to sail. Let's see what Yagi's got.
Up next over on the mod side will be Brad Benedict with Making Sense in Marion, Ohio. Steve Yagi sets the mark to beat on our Super Farm side. We'll see if that was the right decision for Kent Payne to turn down that 327 and 4. It wasn't the smoothest pass, but with a short time to turn around and come back, it makes it need to make quick decisions. Down here at the end of the track, the Dirt Slinger team pretty excited about that 417-foot pass, which can't blame them. Brad Benedict going to go over to the right-hand side of this track on the grandstand side and try to see what's over there, looking for some fresh dirt. Now, we did just work the track again in between sessions. You know, they ran the Packers over it, and so it's a fresh new track, and we've got green lights on the sled. Brad Benedict cross-tracked it, started off over on the far right-hand side, rode it over here to the left, and then back to the center. What a pass. Looks like he hurt some motors at the end of that run. We've got a tow tractor to tow him off the track, and we'll get a distance here momentarily. Yeah, something is extremely hot with the Making Sense machine. This is Steve Yagi's run, 331.820 to set the mark on the Super Farm side.
All right, so I've walked right up in on Vaughn and Marvin Epperson's head tech and the sled provider. What are you guys discussing right now? What's your evaluation of what's going on?
I think we're worried about the 388 that just happened, but we're good.
Just trying to make sure we keep them in a boundary that's safe between here and the scoreboard and everything. But I think we're okay. He was farther back than the first guy, and we're going to keep catching him. So we're going to leave it alone and run him.
There you go. You heard it here, guys. We're going to let him run.
Distance for Brad Benedict, 388 and 66. 388 and 66 for the Making Sense machine. Over on the Super Farm side, it's Kurt Hartzell, Cassopolis, Michigan, with a plastic money John Deere. They're in the plastic injection molding business and looking to go farther than 331 and 8. Good run for Kurt Hartzell with the John Deere 4555. I don't think he quite got to that 331 and 8, but we'll wait on our laser. Get the official distance. Jeff Rose up next on the modified side. Two-time winner here at the Enderle Pull-Off. The modified side. So the Rose family, they're going to be doing some work. They are going to pull here in the mod class, go back to the pit area, add a fourth engine, and come right back in our unlimited division. So Ricky Rose says they can do that in about 45 minutes with the right equipment and the right help. And you know they'll have both here at the 37th Enderle Pull-Off. Bill Leichner laid down 4:17 and 8 with the test hook in this class. Jeff Rose looking for Enderle win number 3. Wow. They turned the wick up on that, chasing that 4:17 distance. Even though they're trying to come back in the unlimited class, they left nothing on the table. Kurt Hartzell takes the lead at 336.205. 336.205 on our Super Farm class, 336 and 205. Bump Steve Yagi to second at 331 and 8. Look at this pass from Jeff Rose. 4:05.895 in second place. Wow. 4:05.895 in second place. That's unbelievable. They did not baby that tractor to come back in the second class. So they'll get a couple, they'll get some time to cool it off. They'll start tearing things apart. They'll move that third engine over and add the fourth. And What a pass for Jeff Rose. Two-time winner here, looking to make it 3. So the Dirt Slinger and Bill Leichner, 4:17.8 continues to lead. Jeff Rose in a giddy up for 4:05, and Brad Benedict in a making sense of 3:88. It's going to bring up Tony Sietsma, the Wolverine Deer out of Allendale, Michigan. John Deere, 44:30. Kurt Hartzell just took over the lead at 3:36.2. Good run for Tony Sietsma. Okay, folks, we are going to be turning off the complimentary preview on Facebook and on YouTube, so please head on over to Full Pull Live and get your purchase this session, get your subscription rolling. That's fullpull.live, and continue to watch the rest of the exciting action from the 37th Enderle Pull-Off here in Urbana, Ohio. Tony Sietsma's run here, good-looking run, 3:27.95. Going to put him in third place for the moment, 3:27.950. Over on the mod side, Lane Bollinger, Taylorville, Illinois, the Money Pit. Lane listed as the driver. I think Steve Bollinger is actually in the driver's seat here tonight. I talked to Steve at lunchtime today. So Steve's going to try to cross-track it too. This is what Brad Benedict did. Started over on that far right-hand side. We'll see if Steve stays on that right-hand side and rides that out-of-bounds line, or if he does cross-track it and head over here to this left sideline. With the Money Pit, Taylorville, Illinois. Steve Bollinger did cross-track it, did not get the distance he was looking for. Still a great pass, but with Bill Leichner out at the 4:17.8, going to take a monster pass to get out there beyond that. Up next on the Super Farm side, from Fair Grove, Michigan, the press-on machine of Lee Butts. So the replay here, Steve Bollinger, 3:37.405, 3:77.405, 3:77.405 for Steve Bollinger. Going to put him in fourth place.
Wayne, you just watched those last two runs. What's running through your noggin?
Hope it gets down through there without hurting anything, because I can run it in the light class.
So you discussed a little bit of how the guys were running the lanes. What are you thinking as you drive out through here?
You don't want to think too much, because that way you might mess up.
Copy that. Let's see Wayne go down the track after we watch Lee take the Super Farm down.
Lee Butts, the press-on international, Bear Grove, Michigan. Second appearance at the Enderle Pull-Off. Won his first event, his first win at the National Tractor Pulling Championships in Bowling Green, Ohio. Started pulling there in the late 60s and pulled there through the early 80s, and then has been pulling there in the 2000s as well, and earned his first victory there about a month ago. Needs to go farther than 3:36.2 to take over the lead here. Fairgrove is a beautiful community in Michigan's thumb.
So, Darren, what Lee was going through was a little bit of trying to get it in gear. So he's adjusted up his clutch so it's a bit tighter coming into this event. And what he just simply couldn't get a gear with the RPMs that it was idling at. So he shut it back down, let it settle in, pushed the clutch in, put it out of gear, and then pulled it back in gear. And let's watch Lee take this run. Ken, you took your first hook and you dropped it. What were you thinking when you decided to drop?
Well, we had too much gear in it, but I think we made a gear change here. We'll see what happens.
Awesome. Looking to see double duty from Kent tonight. He's pulling in the checking out. He's going to go up to the line for the Super Farm size as they load in the mods.
Distance for Lee Butts with a press on was 329.480 over on our Super Farm side. On the mod side, final competitor in the class, Warsaw, Kentucky, Wayne Sullivan in the Kentuckian, going to take a monster pass of 4:17 and 8.